I am the stuff of nightmares. I am the reason you don't turn off the lights. I'm why your kids can't sleep at night. Cause I am the Golden Freddy.
Oh my god, you're so adorable! Who wants a hug?
Hey Rangers, welcome to Super Important Views. My name's Steve, and I am sicker than a dog right now. But I need to get out a review, so I figured I'd go over these Five Nights at Freddy's plushies that my wife just recently picked up. These are the Funko plushies from the game Five Nights at Freddy's, which these would be from the original video game. And the main reason we got these is because my wife super loves the Five Nights at Freddy's video games. And I actually don't personally mind them as well. I actually got her some of the stuff for Christmas. And we saw these at our local Walmart and even got the Walmart exclusive Golden Freddy. And thought they were actually pretty cute and pretty adorable and want to put them on my couch for the reviews. Going to be doing these guys' review because again, I've been sick, so I don't really have a whole lot of time I can sit here and talk. Because what I want to review is this nice packaging in the background here. But I can't really go over it fully in depth like I would want to, so I'm going to hold off on that one. And same with the Neon Genesis Evangelion figures until I'm feeling a little bit better. But hopefully, by the time we hit 2,000 subscribers, my voice will be back to me, so I can hopefully get what I want to do for the 2,000 sub video done. But thought these guys are adorable, so we're going to go over them right now. And for their little tags here, what you get is this nice Five Nights at Freddy's tag where you get to see what kind of looks like a more mangled up Freddy Fazbear on it, which is kind of odd. Like, it actually looks more reminiscent from the second game from what you see on the packaging, especially with the top here is kind of the telltale giveaway that this is the door where the Freddy would just kind of come out at you if you weren't really paying attention. So that's a little bit odd. And on the back of the packaging, it actually shows the room that you see in the original video game where you have this fan there with the desk on top, so a little bit of differentiating characteristics between the two, which is a little odd. The other thing I like to note too is that on the back it has an adult note for make sure you remove this tag for children, but yet it's for ages 14 and up. Huh. But then again, definitely would see me just giving these to my little brother to play with if he ever so wanted to. But without further ado, let's get into these guys' review. So first we're going to start with Bonnie here, which overall his head sculpt's actually pretty good on this guy. Overall he has a pretty blank expression where he doesn't appear to be super happy or sad, but I do really like how they have the nice pink for his eyes, which look really good, and this very shiny nose, which personally for me, I'm not as big of a fan of the shine over actually using more of a cloth over the nose, because with the plastic nose here, it's more prone to scratching. So over time, it's not going to look quite as good or hold up as well as I imagine the stitching cloth would. So that's really only my major concern on pretty much these entire figures in terms of not really quality, but just as a design choice. Because especially if it was for kids, like this is the most easily scuffable part. And then if you guys are going to be displaying it, kind of starts looking ugly over time. I also want to point out that I'm chewing on a cough drop right now, so if you guys hear anything weird, that's definitely it. We also got this nice little bow tie here. Overall, the body pretty much is mostly the same on every single one from what I can tell. It's pretty much just slightly different color variations, other than it is a little bit different between him and Foxy. But him and Freddy's are pretty much the same. And Chica's actually pretty blank there. But overall, it definitely has a very teddy bearish appearance. Nice little fluffy bonnet tail. And overall, the ears are done pretty well too, and don't really notice any problems with the stitching offhand. Seems like he's a pretty durable stuffed animal on a high note. Also like for the tag too, it has the Five Nights at Freddy's with the Scott copyrights, and also on the inside here too, you can definitely tell that's from Funko, which is pretty cool, so you definitely know this is a legit stuffed animal. And also want to point out, this guy is only hand washed. Do not put these in a machine. For the love of God, don't put them in a machine. The only real issue I'm kind of noticing on our Bonnie that we have is he has a little bit of excess fluff here on the top of his ears. Not sure if it's just excess fabric, but it does definitely appear like it's just coming off, which is a good thing because it kind of looked like initially that he actually was missing some fabric here, which would have been a bummer. So the ears definitely look really good, and also have a little bit of an insert right on this section of the ear here too to help hold the ear up, which is really nice because you don't have to worry about it actually like flopping over time and looking horrible. Might have been nice to actually have a wire in here though, but still a pretty good design choice. So for Freddy, definitely looks like he's a little bit happier to be here because Bonnie looked a little displeased. So I'm glad that Freddy is appreciating being in the collection a little bit more. Eye is pretty much the same as what we got with Bonnie, but you have some blue here instead of the pink. Same kind of nose, which again, might have a little bit of problems. But I do like that he's got a little bit of the, I'm going to call them freckles here, which would be for the whiskers. But definitely shows up on his face very well. Like the head sculpt overall. Has a little bit of fabric here for his eyebrows. The hat is on very, very nicely. Ears on him don't feel like they have any inserts on the inside of them, so it's pretty much just the fabric here, unlike Bonnie. Also has a nice little bow tie. No tail on him, sadly, so we don't get any bear tail. But overall, the detail work and the stitching is really nice on the Freddy as well. Now, moving on to Golden Freddy, which is the Walmart exclusive, which you'll see right here on the tag. You can only find them at Walmart. I actually really like the Golden Freddy over the original Freddy just because he looks a little bit more creepy, which is kind of a nice thing because they're from a horror game. Kind of want the stuffed animals to be a little bit disturbing, you know? And I really love his eyes overall. Like, they just really help to convey that. And again, just like his, not really pupilless eyes, but more or less just kind of like a reverse Godzilla in appearance, where Godzilla's eyes would be white with black pupils, while he is the opposite, which definitely gives him a little bit more standout features, which is really cool. And the only other major difference is he's definitely golden. He's more of a traditional teddy bear. But you still got the nice bow tie here. His hat's on there very nicely, very well done. Ears, again, don't really have anything on the inside of them other than the ears just being fabric. No tail, sadly, on him as well. Then next, moving on to Foxy. Overall for the head, probably my least favorite out of the bunch overall. Just because from a lot of the bootlegs that I've seen, they actually seem to have caught his expression pretty well from the Funko, which is a little bit sad. But I do like his eyes, where he has a very nice contrast between Freddie and Bonnie in the color scheme, where his is actually yellow, which is really nice. Like his little nose here too, but again, can have the same scratching problems, which is a little bit on a sad note. Also has a little bit of the freckles here on the side of his face as well. Also like that he has the one little tooth painting out here. And what, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a toothpick because he's a pirate. Arr, with his little pirate eye patch with no eye underneath, which is a little bit disturbing. Might have been actually cool, and maybe actually have the eye underneath on the other side. That might have been a nice little touch for this figure. But it kind of bothers me a little bit that the patch only goes to this ear on this side, while on this side, it would have been maybe nice to have maybe come up over the eye, which would have been really cool, instead of just kind of fading off into existence. So that's one of the features I'm not as big fan of on the Foxy anyways. But for his ears, just normal fabric, doesn't have any of the insert on the inside of it, so these definitely do flop around a little bit more. There's a nice little bunch of hair on the top of his head, some little fabric eyebrows here, and then for the rest of his body, pretty standard teddy bear, but still no freaking foxtail. And then finally we have the pissed off Chica, who I actually really love compared to everybody else because she just looks mad. She looks upset. She doesn't look like she wants to be a stuffed animal. And it really kind of helps to convey her overall scary expression that she would have in the video game. Just like Bonnie's just more or less just doesn't seem to give a care in the world, while she cares about everything. Everything. But overall, a very chicken head appearance. Like her eyes too, where she has some very nice purple irises, which look really awesome. Her little chicken beak right here. This four-leaf clover on the top of her head, which looks pretty nice overall. Pretty standard fabric on the top of here though, which does seem like it's held on there pretty well, but I won't want to yank on it too much because I imagine that could come off pretty easily. Nice little angry eyebrows for our chicken. Since she's got her bib you expect her to have with Let's Eats. Though it might have been nice if she maybe would have came with her cupcake. I feel like that's a little bit of a missing feature on this one though. Just a little bit of a sad note. But then she's got her little chicken feet here on the bottom, which is just standard compared to the rest of them, but they just kind of did a little orange end here to help replicate the feet. And no chicken tail. I mean, how come you're the only one with the tail? Huh? But overall, with the detail work on these guys, definitely really nice. And then further articulation, whatever you feel like. Except it's going to go back to normal, because there's no wires, absolutely nothing. So for some quick comparison, here we have the Funko FNAF's plushies compared next to some Toyville Godzilla plushes with Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, and Gabara. And here we are with the My First Godzilla plush. And here they are with the very disappointing Toynami Godzilla 1989 plushie. So overall with the Funko Five Nights at Freddy's plushes, I actually really like these things overall. For being about $10 a piece, definitely seems like a pretty good value for these, even though they're a little bit of a smaller stuffed animals. And of course, I kind of wish they maybe would have had some tails, but that's just me just nitpicking and being little old me. But if you guys are into Five Nights at Freddy's and want some cute murderous animatronics to add to your collection today, then I definitely recommend picking up the Funko plushes. But what do you guys think? Have you guys picked up these Five Nights at Freddy's plushies? What's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game? Or is Fallout 4 just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We'll have a closer picture of these guys on Facebook. You want to click the link description below. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.